Sorry guys, I got on my phone, my button, I got to press my button, but I got that big wood there. Keep stacking up, keep stacking up. I gotta make sure I'm careful with that button. The button is sensitive. The button is really extremely sensitive. Fuck, my juice is everywhere in the ground. Damn it. But that's why I brought a wash rag and a towel. Clean all that nasty shit off. It was on the ground, I guess. It just kind of fell down. But this thing, well, you know what? Start digging a hole for my bottles. It's not stabilized enough. Since I use this bag for my stance, my base on my phone. Put my phone in my pocket here. That shit would help out a lot. Alright. Whew, it is getting hot. I gotta take that face mask off. Whew. Put that face mask back in my bag. Whew. Let's keep this towel sitting out actually, so I can use it for cleaning up some water and shit. These zippers are broke. I try to, use it to where it completely gets wearing down. Whew. When you start working, you build up a sweat when you start working. Okay, put you guys in here, and then we're gonna dig a hole right there. Just take your stick with two hands. Start digging into the ground like that, really push into the ground, and use this is how you would dig. You don't have to have a shovel to dig. It's just hard labor. These acorns. See these acorns, they lay them in the ground. Half the time you see them all around in the ground, but these squirrels bury these acorns like dogs. Just make it stable enough. Okay, let's see how that works. That's perfect. As long as, I have a little hole there to put my bows down, make sure it's kind of like leaning over a little bit, but it don't have to be all the way into the ground as long as it's stabilized. And because when the bottle is like that, you got your water that's dripping out, you wasted your water, wasted your shit, and yeah, boom. So they got that done. I'm gonna start stacking up more shit in there. Okay, let's see what else we can find. We got the heavy one. It's just all about finding shit. I would go to the top up here and start pulling some wood down. See, that's pretty long. Be careful now. Could be a snake in there. Since this one is pretty long, we're just going to drag it and I'm going to throw it down so that be careful with our footing. Keep throwing that son of a bitch down there. Oh, broken in half. That's good. That's okay. Keep throwing it down. And just break in pieces. Oh, that piece right there be good enough. That's what I do. I grab onto the tree. That's a pretty thick tree. It'll get dirty. I mean, it's in the fucking mud. Bring it out, you know, make sure all that dust and dirt and everything is out of the towel. All right, I'll do this again. Put you guys in this sleeve here. It's really handy. Well, I can't be out here all day. I would, but I gotta get back home, take a shower. I gotta work tomorrow. And I get home and eat some food. And this will stay like this. Hopefully, I mean, wind may push it down, but hey, worked on it a little bit more today. Kick that down and, you know, I can always put it back up. Having ideas like that is pretty fun to do. All right, guys, that's the end of the adventure video for today. I'll call this video the wall building. And there's people up there in Fulton that had a wall, but they used a lot of bush and a lot of grass and shit like that, not a lot of wood. Wood's a little bit more stable. And what's this? I knew it was going to do that. Oh well. you know, it's just trying harder at it. At least the wood will stay like that. At least it will stay like that. We'll put it back up. We're gonna put it up back up before we leave. I mean, just gotta keep working at it. Make sure it's just straight up there. If it don't fall down, it's good. Want to make it look nice. These, I'll just throw these away. Those are just little pieces of wood. Got it stocked up again. Well, the thing about it is it should really be bigger pieces of wood on the bottom, but it's whatever. I mean, it'll work either way. As long as you keep trying at it. Don't give up on it. You don't give up on things. When you give up on life, that's whenever you start getting depressed and start learning how to just... Let me see. What I'm gonna do is make sure I'm still on camera. Yep. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I just want to help people out. I do. Give them motivation, inspiration to do things, because there's so many people that are depressed nowadays. There's so much anxiety, stress, depression around the world. And it's good to get these videos out, because then I can teach people and, you know, bring them to Mother Nature, bring them to things they love doing. Let's stay like that. Fucking hey, man. See? It's good to feel this, you know, good to kind of do stuff on your own. It makes you feel good. Especially when you stack something up like that and work at it. And see, the baseline with that heavy piece of log, I put that in the bottom because that's bigger. I start working my way up more. Woo! Yeah, that's awesome. I'll start stacking up way above. I'll have to get a ladder eventually because it's going to start getting up there, more into it. You know, the more breathing that I do, the more I feel like I'm wanting to actually be out in the woods. I mean, it helps your depression, anxiety, and stress. You breathe, especially when you're moving around in the woods like this. Breathing really helps. There's not enough people out there to train people onto it. There are not enough people that watch YouTube and watch a lot of extremists. The breathing that I do is part of Tibetan monk training. Like, you do about 10 times, do another 10 times, and another 10 times, and that's a 30-set breathing technique right there. Then you hold it in. Once you're to the 30 mark, the 30% mark, you hold it in for like maybe a minute or so. You know, it's breath work. Doing breath work really helps the stress. And I don't force it on people. I just want people to know that I'm trying to help them out. I'm not trying to force it on them. If they don't want to do it, then they don't want to do it. But like, it is better to do what I do than take medication for anxiety and stress. Having anxiety and stress, you know, there's not a whole lot of people that know how to handle it, don't know how to deal with it well. And I'm teaching you guys on how to actually meditate and breathe like that. When you're out in the open like this, it helps a lot. That's what Outdoor Boys does. I mean, he's out everywhere. You know, he has to breathe. But he eats a lot of food too. He eats all the freaking blueberry pancakes. He eats a lot of sugar. A lot of, well, I mean, when you think about like sugar, he makes his own bread, makes his own dough and all yeast. He has bread dough and yeast, and then cooks up pancakes with it every time. Glucose, gotta have glucose in your blood and potassium in your blood. You have a lot of nutrients and shit in your blood. Yep. That's the end of the video for today. And like this is probably the second video because the other video accidentally pressed the button, was kind of logged out pretty much. All right. I'll see you guys on the other video. I'll be coming down here a lot more often and doing these. You know, on days like this. I mean, tomorrow I may do it, but tomorrow I work tomorrow. And I get off about 4 o'clock because I walk. I will walk a little bit. And after this, I'm going to do a little bit more walking. Yep. Little walk. Show you guys how I dig, too, with that. I mean, just the way that I was digging like that, make sure you find a really good ground that's, you know, the soil is through. That's like whenever I lived in country club. I had, you know, sand up there. The bluffs, sand bluffs up there. And I was digging in there. That's, you know, learning things from when I was a child. And then learning how to actually be more of a man with it. Because, you know, not everyone has a good childhood. I had a good childhood. I had a really good childhood, honestly. I'm thankful for having a good childhood that I had. So I would camp. I would do all kinds of shit. I would make fires, play kickball, football. Not like the football you see in like NFL and shit like that. I just did footballs with my friends and shit like that. But hey, I mean, a flag football too. A volleyball, just all of it. I even wrestled with my friends. I didn't learn how to wrestle in school. I actually learned how to wrestle from my friends because they did a lot of wrestling in school. And I was in more of like weightlifting, which that's, I guess, a sport, I guess. Definitely a sport. All right. Peace out, guys. I'll see you guys on the other one. Don't forget.